Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a requested review. Someone asked me to go over Nirvana, or talk about Nirvana. I haven't, so just gonna do my favorite Nirvana album, In Utero. They didn't ask for a specific album. They just said, could you do a video on Nirvana? So, In Utero. Now, I must admit, I want to admit something. I haven't really covered Nevermind, which Nevermind is Nirvana's big release album with, Come As You Are and Teen Spirit on it. But I haven't covered it much on the channel because the album artwork makes me very uncomfortable. I've put a little sticker on it. If you've seen it, you know what I mean. It's iconic, but it's so weird and wrong, and I hate looking at it. And I'm still so unsure. I don't want to sound like a Karen, but I'm still unsure why they decided to go with that, and I don't like it. Anyway, In Utero, let's get straight into it with the looks. Do the transition thing. I absolutely love this album cover. I love the angel with her skin taken off, and you can see all inside her body, which is really weird but cool. And it looks. And I like the font style they use. And then the back is really cool. Just a bunch of babies and uteruses, and I like the symbols around the edge, and the writing in the square, which is really cool. Pardon me. Great sleeve. Yeah, great 90s looking. I mean, obviously, that is just, I wasn't alive I was alive for 3 years in the 90s. I was born in 97. But that's just the 90s. That is so cool. I'll show you the label. Why not? Simple label. Nice black vinyl. The same person wanted me to show the record. I'm not sure why, but yeah, I mean, it's very 90s looking and very iconic. Again, this is so much better looking than Nevermind is. Just a million times better. So let's talk about the song. So I know I've said this already, but I'm not a huge fan of Nirvana. I like them a lot, but they're not in my top 15. But something I've noticed, this sounds more raw than Nevermind does. This sounds more, more stripped back, and it sounds amazing. The production is fantastic, and I read somewhere that for this album, that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to bring it back to their first album was Bleach, and production-wise, this sounds more like Bleach than it does with Nevermind. Kurt Cobain, this handsome man, he didn't want to commercialize his sound. He hated that kind of idea. Also, I only read the other day that he hated Pearl Jam, Pearl Jam came up in around the same time and were calling themselves a grunge band, but Kurt Cobain didn't consider them a grunge band. Anyway, so the album starts with "Serve the Servants All Gone," which is a really good song. Absolutely love Kurt's vocals, and I love the guitar work. The Senseless Apprentice is a great song, and then one of their most famous songs, Heart Shaped Box, which is absolutely superb, and the music video is great too. And great song. Again, the whole Kurt's vocals across the whole record are amazing. I love the way that it sounds like he hates himself in his voice, and unfortunately he did hate himself, but the way he sings, especially on the next song, R-A-P-E me, I can't say that word on YouTube, but R-A-P me, beep me, it's a really good song, and he's not it's about self-hatred, and he hates himself so much that he's just screaming for someone to R.A.P. him, but he's not inciting R.A.P. He's not saying, that it's a good thing or anything like that. He's trying to tell you it's a bad thing and he hates himself and he wants someone to do that to him. But the guitar work and the chorus, especially the end, where he's really high up in his vocal notes, it's going, beat me, me. I can't say the word, but it's an amazing song. Frances Farmer Will Have Her Revenge on Seattle is a great song. Dumb, which closes side 1, is great. And then Very Ape, I swear, it's either Very Ape or Milk It, I can't remember, that just goes hard. Like full on grunge. It's very loud and his vocals are screaming. It's absolutely superb. Oh, I gotta stop burping. Milk It is a great song. Penny Royalty, I love. Friendly Unit Shifters, alright. Tourette's is another one. I swear they go hard. Just full on, almost punk rock. And then the album ends with my favourite Nirvana song, which is All Apologies. All Apologies. That's my impression of Kurt Cobain. Just an amazing album overall. And one of the best albums of the 90s. So All Apologies has some amazing lyrics, and I'm not sure what they mean. I did have a look. I did look it up, but nobody could really tell me what they meant exactly. And I think that's because, unfortunately, the world would lose this great man. And I just think, can you imagine, what Nirvana would have done throughout the 90s, if in another world Kurt Cobain hadn't taken his life. It's such a shame. And he is such a talented dude. So rip him. Anyway, in conclusion, Nirvana are one of those bands that I'm wearing one. A lot of people have the t-shirt. And I don't want to gatekeep here, but a lot of people buy band t-shirts but don't listen to the band. Someone I used to know, we're not friends anymore, but she owned a Beatles Abbey Road t-shirt, and she didn't know that George Harrison was in the Beatles. And I know that's probably gatekeeping of me, but that bugged the living hell out of me. How could you not know that and wear it? Anyway, it's just something that bugs me. Personally, I think if you're going to rock the t-shirt, you have to at least know the band, or listen to their music. If you don't like the music, that's fine. If you're wearing it because, the Beatles, for example, that's 60s, and she liked retro stuff, but for some reason didn't know who George Harrison was, that's fine again, but it's just something that bugs me. I do love Nirvana. They're not one of my favourites, but they are a great band and one of the most influential bands ever. In fact, Nirvana and this album was big in creating my favourite song. I don't want to make this about Oasis, but Noel Gallagher wrote Live Forever because of the grunge movement, and you had bands like this and Pearl Jam and some other bands coming over to the UK and singing about how much they hated each other and themselves and how much everything was terrible. So that gave Noel Gallagher the idea to write Live Forever. It's a reaction to that, which just a fun little side note. Anyway, right. 7 out of 10 from me. Great album. I'd say this every time. Definitely go and listen to it if you haven't, but you probably already have. And I hope you like the video. You didn't want your name said in the video, but I hope you like it anyway. So, I've lost my train of thought. Thanks for watching. Great album. I'll see you again next time. Take care, everyone.